position. Needs to be careful about the overextension, and actually for the time being, JDC was holding, we're not going to spot, but it's Szejn to get off to a flyer. VINI out of the equation, and utility follows suit. They want to flood their way forward.
That's exactly what they attempt. However, KSCERATO trying to hold it down, immediately traded out around the corner. Art trying to tap away, finally gets the catch. A 2-on-2 ensues. siuhy just pushes through the smoke, no fear whatsoever. On the reload, actually dropped, staying alive in the process, and siuhy is alone right now. The bomb gets dropped towards Fold, has to take a 1v1 against yuurih to win out the round, spots him out long range. USP normally tends to be favored on these ranges. Can he be able to get it done? 25 seconds, so timing is also a very crucial factor. Drops low, and yuurih gets himself his second in the round. Then the opening pistol goes.
Now, full buy coming out. torzsi picking up that AWP is going to be... Oh, what's going to make the difference? And JDC finds the opener, holding for a bomb. Drop finding one, catching onto the second as well. And torzsi unable to find the trade. Drop falls away. Man advantage collected now for the CT side, and they can keep hold of it.
That's a big plus, however, towards ramp. Oh, xertioN could not get the control. Yeah, they aren't checking the angle, and he's to the B, and Art gets the kill. Will cost him his life immediately afterwards, though. Szejn spotted out on the retreat, will be dunked in by yuurih.
Well, even mouz NXT with a broken economy. Just Eagles coming out, tempo spamming forward, but it's xertioN to find the first.
Well, that's going to be a nice opening pick secured. M4 in hand of xertioN now as well. Heading forward, though, VINI dancing around the sandbags. They don't have utility to flush him out. No mollies, no HEs, so this is very hard to clear him out of the area. They will eventually find a molly lying on the floor from his cold, dead teammate. Use it to get rid of him. However, what is happening right now? FURIA getting overrun by the pistols. Szejn chiming in, and they're just decimating the CT side. FURIA think they can take all these aim duels willy-nilly because they've got, quote-unquote, the better aim, but mouz NXT are no team to scoff at. What an absolute destruction coming out from these pistols.
That mouz NXT, they find a first on the board. And now, can this be the start of something for the T side? Can that snowball effect start to play into, well...
This is a very aggressive peek coming out from the FURIA. AWP around the corner. JDC get deleted.
His way forward, and actually now, just cautious of the sandbag. They faced him before, but torzsi lighting up the server. We know he can come along.
Considering he doesn't have any utility except for 1 HE, gets shot at and taken down by siuhy. The op through the pillar is the big surprise, and they'll be able to get the bomb plant in safely and securely on the side of mouz NXT, and a retake, which is pretty tough considering FURIA only have a singular HE grenade to work with. However, Art finding Szejn as a first with a quick peek. Close angles, opping, one of his specialties. Will be heading further forward. However, time is ticking down, and they need to be careful considering they don't have utility. There's still 2 Ts left to defend the site. And with torzsi alive on the AWP, peeking in, gets a tag on to VINI. Will make this a one-on-one, and VINI will just have to bail out. A second round being picked up for the side of mouz NXT. And it was a costly one at that, but they do manage to get it done.
Yeah, they do manage to make it work.
The molly might have heard that tick there, KSCERATO. Peeking in, but siuhy through the smoke. Big surprise coming through. siuhy gets the catch, gets the kill. Bomb sites open and ripe for the taking. Around the corner, the molly spreading, forcing the CTs in the open, actually forcing them right into the faces of the Ts and shutting them down. Art with the AWP, another one caught up, tries to fall back, but there's torzsi with the immediate refrag, and they should be able to get the bomb planted on towards that A site, making this a retake with a man advantage for FURIA, but they only have currently a kit on VINI and no utility whatsoever. However, they need to bomb planted, and they're not planting it safely whatsoever. That's a big mistake on mouz NXT's side. Tried to go for the sneaky play, but that's just an easy spray for yuurih. And 1v3, they know exactly where Szejn is playing from. They shut him down, and that's
a similar situation where for both of these sides, winner of this round breaks the economy, and that's when long-term momentum starts to play out. torzsi has a brilliant opener. Art, out of the equation, went for the peak and actually pays the price for it.
That's the opera taken care of, but VINI with the immediate trade coming out. Even Trag needs to fall all the way back, and very wounded players in the server right now, and you can really see that.
For the time being, that they are ever so slightly aware, but they can convert it, and they can. VINI, brilliant, finds himself one.
Pushing in though, Szejn. Nice catch onto KSCERATO. Still at a man disadvantage, knows that there is still VINI towards the fold position. Problem is, they need to get the bomb plant in, and they don't have the ability to clear it up. Szejn getting pushed from multiple angles, quickly rushing forward, and they just get torn apart. 3 CTs, 3 different areas. They get close and personal with the Tech9 right around the corner. yuurih trying to disengage, but Tech9 in hand. JDC picks up the M4, tries to disengage back, and he just got away with murder.
Here's VINI. Oh, I hit Burst Molotov as well. Gives him an easy entry. Finds himself an easy picking. And that airburst molly is just an unfortunate error which cost them a life. Where JDC answers right back on his own. AK collected as well.
Get the bomb planted, but does he expect the player to be right around the corner so far forward? Shooting such a big surprise factor in that situation. And they might, like, you don't relay that information whatsoever to your teammates. Push coming in, gets a quick kill, traded out immediately though. And right now it's crumbling. mouz NXT, they had the solid advantage, but they go for the hard peaks in these fights. xertioN still alive, dancing in the smoke. Drop on the other side. We'll be able to spot the other one out first. And the spam through trying to get rid of his opponent. Tap the bomb, drop. Time is extended, and this is well done by xertioN. Staying alive is everything. Even picks up the AK.
Supported by a FAMAS and an MP9, and Art aggressively looking like something happened here, but it's yuurih to find the first. The 5-7
dissipates. CSGO, will he spot him out, or will siuhy be able to get the catch? Playing close with the wood. siuhy spots him out, but KSCERATO gets the kill. And now this is pretty tough to push into. However, JDC just jumping through the wall, gets himself a nice headshot. Sure, why not? The bomb gets dropped, however, into the open and onwards though.
Yeah, he should be able to keep it taken across, unless actually yuurih, it got worryingly close to him going for quite the aggression of the Brazilians. Well, he's one of those ones who does look for exactly that. siuhy swing it forward. This case to find one before torzsi immediately trades. They Brollan towards the B side and drop. Needs to go huge here. Finding a first. JDC out of the equation. Dancing around pillar as well, but torzsi holding down the angle and waiting for a pixel to walk into that crosshair.
All of a sudden, through mid as well, getting a catch. It's all on to Art. 1v2. Needs to try and get that site under control, but xertioN goes for the P, gets the...
So now, of course, the aggression coming forward. The quad AK, 1 Galil, but it makes fight hard, full blind, xertioN, easy pickings as well. Now, with mouz finding that opening kill, will he be able to go at the back of it? No, VINI instantaneously traded. And
can play towards fold because they always double stack fold on.
Yeah, exactly.
Like every single time one player, a teammate of theirs dies, the second one is a bomb site defense.
Of course, now 2 remaining players. VINI taking damage, down to 0. It's all down to 1 man. JD taking a couple of pop shots at CSGO, but a 1 versus 4 is asking a lot of the young player. He's got a lot to do here and not a lot to work with. But he finds an opener. 4 collected as well, but instantaneously traded. VINI scoped in on. He's not getting tunnel vision here though.
Oh, that's a dangerous situation to be in. However, right behind the smoke, Art tries to take the fight, will lose his life, but there's still VINI. Trades constantly coming in all over the place. The flank even being held by JDC, and this is finally a moment where mouz NXT anticipated the aggression from FURIA. The problem is, they kind of started doing that very late into the map, and it's all on to drop. So, 10 rounds secured is still pretty A-okay for the FURIA.
Just gonna fall away as the aggression's coming forward.
Pushing around the corner, JDC though gets the drop on drop. There's VINI. Oh, we just see 3 skulls getting splattered back to back to back. And that is VINI 17-7, shutting down mouz NXT's chances of recovering the opening map. mouz NXT's map of choice, of course, so this is not
so cautious. Oh, it's dropping the smoke in. Oh, he wants in the fight. He's holding W the back 10. He's gonna be domed by JDC. He doubles down before he's traded out by CSGERATO. Man advantage collected. CT side now in an advantageous position, but can they capitalize off the back of it? No, they can't. VINI deleting the B hold and leaving torzsi all alone. A lot to do and not a lot to work with. They're all stuck in a precarious position, and the site more or less compromised.
There's a flank on the flankers, by the way. Or it gets read by siuhy, spots out KSCERATO, takes care of him. And on the site, it's all on to yuurih 1v3 to try and hold on towards the bomb. mouz NXT looking to take their first real gun round, and torzsi shuts it down with the AWP. They managed to secure the bomb site, get it back in their favor, and keep this map alive for a little bit longer. But will they be able to mount a pretty ginormous comeback, considering FURIA has got a lot of cash?
Oh, opting for the SG as well. Not that you see the assertion aggressively pushing his way forward, but it's yuurih to find the first. Low HP as well into assertion. He needs to be careful. He might be spot out momentarily, but it's the AWP delivers.
And torzsi chimes in, however, close and personal art with the Krieg in early round plays. And mouz NXT, they just run right into their crosshairs.
Yeah, and so far, FURIA, I mean, they're running right. There's one player waiting here, VINI, slowly clearing the angles. Double swing coming forward as well. That's easy pickings, of course it goes that way. 14-6. One round away from FURIA taking map number 1 in a dominant fashion.
Quick ramp play coming out. torzsi with the AWP finds it first onto yuurih, but VINI pushes towards B, gets himself a catch, and he opens up B completely. torzsi finds 2 towards A, but it doesn't matter if the B bomb site is lost within the blink of an eye, and they can get the bomb plant in easily for the FURIA side. And now you're going to have to go for a retake, and that's not an easy retake to do with VINI right underneath, waiting, lurking from below. Give me an angle and I'll shut you out.
Precisely. Of course, now VINI holding, finding it first. Oh, he's so low on HP torzsi with that desertion. Finding the trade, but it's all down to one man. He's unable to deliver.
Rushing him down, and this is FURIA just running in towards that A bomb site. However, Szejn gets himself the opening pick. JDC on site. He needs rotations from his teammates to help out quickly, but VINI lurking down below. The chicken right in front of him takes down his opponent. JDC on the site will be dealt with by yuurih. The bomb plant attempted, and a lot of whiff shots on both sides. I don't know. I saw like 3 chickens run by. Why are there so many chickens? Did they actually take chickens with them? Why are they there? Now it's all on VINI. Gets flashed off. Perfectly done by mouz NXT, and that's the opening pistol in there. Yeah, there's a lot coming his way, and he immediately gets taken down by drops. 2 CTs on site. If they lose their lives, this might just be a round picked up by FURIA. However, they're trying to hold strong. Art close range with the scout, gets another tag coming through. Szejn is stuck, and Art comes in clutching. Headshot supreme. xertioN and siuhy, 2 MP9s rushing towards the A bomb site to get the retake going. And siuhy, I mean, they're just willy-nilly running right for Twistzz. There's going to be a lot of utility thrown in towards Banana, though. Look at this. It starts off with siuhy getting a kill, jumping across the corner. The flash was perfect from torzsi. They get surprised and quickly head towards A, but the bomb is still towards T ramp, and Szejn lurking towards that A bomb site as well. But wide peeking, VINI will be able to shut him down. It's a 2.
yuurih waiting. Will he expect torzsi? Surely not, right? Over towards ramp. Bomb drops. yuurih finds himself one spamming through as well. torzsi down to 50 points of health, and now things work in their favor. He's got a lot to do and not a lot to work with as the double flash comes through. 50 points of health in a 1 versus 2. First player spotted, jumping across, and yuurih just too crisp. As FURIA flashing towards mid, or push off the angle. Oh, xertioN taking a whole host of damage. HE coming in, drop at least will finish him off, but a quick trade coming in from siuhy as he double molotovs in that position, keeping it under his control and trying to stay alive now.
Does a decent amount of damage with his HE as well on the opposite side, and then Banana. FURIA don't really want to rush right through the smoke, considering there's torzsi as well. torzsi gets the catch onto siuhy. Does he expect yuurih to be across the corner? Spotted out. yuurih gets the kill. And with that, there's a choice to be made.
Double stacking into a short as well. Holding and waiting. But of course, Walkins was dropping. He's going to be deleted out of the equation. And actually now, leaving them with what decisions he made. 28 seconds. Bomb dropped as well. I think time's of the essence. And it may be an early call to save.
yuurih quickly runs out, but there's the peek from Szejn, shutting it out, dropping the bomb in the open, and that's going to be mouz NXT getting their second on the board. Finally making something happen after winning that opening pistol and having a pretty troublesome continuation of the game. torzsi just trying to keep that AWP alive in construction. But mouz NXT.
G holding on the side of the smoke. The second he spots some information, he starts spraying. And it's not gonna work. xertioN gonna go down.
DKing.
torzsi.
torzsi. Oh my lord, that just went from very good from FURIA to crumbling quickly. Because torzsi, close and personal, will be taken down by KSCERATO, but he doesn't have the time to go for the plant. He's trying to take all the enemies down. JDC just walks in, knows exactly that they'll win the round regardless in that situation, and that...
He's got apps control.
And they went for a boost play towards Banana, but the moment the flash comes out, KSCERATO finds a double. That's the B-bomb side empty, and that should be an easy plant coming forward.
I mean, a dominating FURIA side, but of course, they've been batting their own economies, leaving them in a really unstable state. siuhy maybe could have made his way on. I mean, the retake probably unlikely, and now most definitely it's KSCERATO doing what he does best, lighting up the server and leaving JDC all alone. 1 versus 4. FURIA finding a 6th on the board, bridging that 3 nopzer.
They need that JDC M4 to do work, and it does exactly that. Drops drop. And that means there's a rifle to be obtained for the CT side. A lot of smokes, a lot of utility coming out, but a big gap in the smoke to work with for VINI. Around the corner, siuhy close range with the deagle. 2 taps to the chest is enough to drop VINI. They left the B-bomb site completely, but look at xertioN just creeping in behind enemy lines, going for the peek against KSCERATO. KSCERATO turns it around just in the nick of time and will be dissing.
And siuhy, well, he doesn't need to peek. Exactly that, Banana in the control, tapping away, but easy pickings, bomb dropped, and that's more or less sealed the deal. Szejn from behind.
As you said, they won an eco. Their bank account's pretty good. If they lose this round, they're still able to buy, but KSCERATO, he is so stupidly good. Just walks through the smoke and finds the head immediately. Man advantage picked up. xertioN hiding inside the smoke, but KSCERATO blinded, shoots through the smoke and still finds xertioN on top. That is just pure skill, prowess, and a spider sense like no other.
2-man advantage, FURIA. They don't need to do anything. Make that 3-man advantage. VINI finds 1 to his tally. And things just started to fall apart again. JDC and torzsi. And the 2 superstars left in a tough spot here as, well, in fact, again, the JDC might be about making things expensive, but he's even unable to do that. A flawless round looking like potential unless torzsi can at least add 1 to his tally, which he will find, or delivering. But now I think it's going to be the age-old thing of FURIA going hunting.
Yeah, they're...
Oh, knife.
Oh,
they're going to do it. KSCERATO, don't be mean. There's no need. Oh, he pays the price. That's what you get for playing with his feelings. He'll come back to bite you. The Hungarian superhero finds a double to at least make it expensive. It's that long-term economy which is the real issue. Nice HG coming forward. xertioN aggressively hunting in towards Banana, finding an opening. KSCERATO out of the equation. Karma really come back to bite him as a man advantage goes the way of the CT side. But yuurih answers back with one of his own. The AK puts a fantastic use.
Szejn never saw it coming, gets caught from behind. JDC get back the advantage for his team. Art getting aggressive with the AWP, and he is, I mean...
Gives him a bit of a one-way, holding and waiting, and siuhy into his graveyard could be the difference maker. The Molotov follows suit, and there he is, finds the first, trying to tap away to double it down, but flashbang will keep him at bay. Man advantage collected, and they make it even further. siuhy finds 2, and it's all down to drop in a 1 versus 2, and as you mentioned, no time. You can try and make things expensive. This is an opportunity for them. And the Molotov yuurih, so much damage, but he finds the kill, of course he does.
Okay, Art, okay.
Sure.
XertioN, he's got a Mac 10. What does he have to fear from dropping that gun, looking for some extra nice free upgrades?
The big across as the bit of utility comes forward, and xertioN taking a bit of damage. Molotov will drop through, but the Mac 10 finding 1. Looking to double it down as well. At least an upgraded weapon collected. xertioN delivering with a double. Headshot supreme. Making it at least a 1 versus 3 now. But to stay alive here is asking a lot.
Yeah, he's in a very uncomfortable position. VINI goes for the peek. Gets taken down. Art towards T-Apps. torzsi expects it, but still gets taken down by Art. He's taking another fight, but right now, with siuhy down to 2 HP. Bomb site hit. There's still 3 CTs in the area. And that means back turn against VINI is not a great position to be in. The jump out of balcony comes through on site. yuurih trying to hold strong, needs backup, but the kills are coming in for mouz NXT, and they get site control. Should be able to get the bomb plant in with siuhy on 2 and JDC on 13. It definitely is still very doable for FURIA, but they need to find these openings.
Yeah, of course, the retake has some sort of health to it, especially with KSCERATO finding 1, the low HP on JDC, and siuhy makes it all the more possible, and JDC left alone now, 1 versus 2, 13 points of health, 1 straight bullet is all he needs, and he's just trying to dance around the pillar, play time, as ropz doesn't have a kit, but Molotov could force it off, and I don't think he has time. What does he?
Close.
It's gonna be close. Oh. Ah, he doesn't.
Yes!
Just under us. Yeah, of course, already over towards long. A lot of nade damage onto CT side, but it's torzsi finding the first. VINI out of the equation, already a man advantage collected. And now yuurih looking hopefully vulnerable as he's the solo pillar over towards the side as they flood their way in.
Well, pushing forward, yuurih gets overwhelmed. siuhy gets the kill, and FURIA save immediately. That's mouz NXT onto double digits as well. We are tied up, and that's a lot closer of a game than I initially would have expected.
Forward from mouz, and of course off the back of that, they're being caught off guard. As you mentioned, double digits collected, 10 to 10. And now VINI still holding and waiting. Not much of a crossfire because the utility in towards pit. yuurih finds himself 1. And they're being picked off 1 by 1. In fact, siuhy swinging forward, but it's the AUG who finds the easy picking. And it's torzsi now left all alone in a 1 versus 4 to keep the dream alive. And he's being pincered from all angles as he tries his best to isolate the fights here. But an ace in the round needed for mouz to find themselves an 11th.
Ooh. 1 HP. How in... What did he even hit at that point? Nonetheless.
Yeah, but of course, finally, they're able to find 1 and start themselves to build up an economy to allow them to have somewhat of a fight. KSCERATO spraying down the common angle.
This time around on the AWP. So he's going to go for that aggressive pick. Gets a tag, but yuurih survives by the skin of his teeth. Down to 16 HP. Oh, he spotted him, but he dodged the flash. Szejn should have been able to take down yuurih there. Pushing further forward. Try peeking it right now. Will he spot out the elbow? Oh, X-ray. Spots him through. JDC drops VINI. yuurih is still in pit, but Art with the AWP all the way in the back. Trying to be that nuisance on the cross. 2 Ts left standing against the 4 CTs. Another one secured. It is xertioN and JDC who get themselves on towards the bomb site. Will go for the plant. Art creeping in with his trusted big boomstick. A 3-on-2 retake.
Of roughly where they're coming from. A triple stack over towards long as the utility comes its way forward. But JDC doubling down. Last player spotted as well. Art. 53 points of health. And JDC is going to find all
reasonably safely. And a 5-on-5 retake on the B bomb site will ensue.
This 5-on-5 retake needs to be something. As the retake utility comes forward, Molotov in towards dark, forcing siuhy forward as well. Tipping away xertioN 44, but it's torzsi to find the opener. Swinging in. Art, easy pickings as Szejn answers back.
Yeah, the kills are looking pretty solid here. Art down to 7 HP, needs to disengage. They're trying to drop that AWP. That's exactly what happens. And yuurih just to keep the M4 alive. That's mouz NXT on to 13. 3 rounds away, 2 rounds ahead. And love to see. Timing shot not on the side. Throws in the molly. siuhy pushes for it. There's KSCERATO to defend the site. Art no scopes. Down Szejn. Gets himself a second no scope. Okay, you know, this is the classic Art that we know and love. Long range stabs drop. Will get rid of JDC, and it's all onto xertioN 1v3. Needs to quickly find these fights before they all gang up on him. And won't even go for the bomb plant, but wants to get good control of Banana. Gets shot from behind, and this is disastrous. This is problematic. Nate even flies close towards him. They almost line up perfectly, but he gets dealt with. And FURIA, hefty stack in through mid could be a problem here. Speaking of problems, so could Szejn be towards the balcony position. Art starts it off with an opening pick on. Sorry, not Chewy, but got don't remember who that exactly was. Yuurih, that's the name I was looking for. No, the T's are okay. Never mind. They're just catching everything and everyone off guard. And mouz NXT, 14. Art just needs to save the op to give them a fighting chance in the next round. But Neo, this
map
is
3? Map question mark? Question mark? Is nuke on the cards here? I mean, we definitely didn't expect this by any means. I think FURIA, we comfortably expected them to go all the way. Oh, lightning fast coming in. Szejn, going to drop a flashbang coming forward. Oh, it's avoided for the most part. Holding, waiting, finding, delivering as well. And I think he will just keep this one ticking across, but it won't take away from the fact Goliath about them. Cerq should take a whole host of damage with the utility, trying to stay alive, down to 54. So far, the CT side making utility work, but KSCERATO finding the opener through the wall. That's a good start.
Yeah, that's a great way to start the round. Though apps, oh, they pounce at the same time and they're just not ready. yuurih gets overwhelmed towards A, and that looks like a very tough retake. 2v3. You do have an op and an AK and a bit of utility to work with, but you're going to need to open this one up pretty quickly, and there's still a smoke and a flash left for the side of mouz NXT. Indeed, it's not something I would have initially expected, but Duke looking very likely. JDC even spotting KSCERATO over the smoke, and that's it, done and dusted. mouz NXT is getting a lot of control and distance covered with pretty much nothing invested into the round, and playing a very big ring around the rosy game.
And away, xertioN finding one, and of course, find a frag here. If they double swing this, it could work in their favor.
It's starting to crumble because everyone is dead on FURIA. Look at how aggressively positioned mouz NXT are. One in blue, one push ramp. This might be dangerous, but torzsi taken down in hell means a big issue coming forward. Look at this, though. JDC, he's flanking and might be able to catch drop off guard. However, drop gets pushed instead through lobby. The man advantage is back in favor of FURIA.
Yeah, they've got the man advantage, but for the time being, they're so spread thin. Well, that's going to help with KSCERATO finding xertioN, leaving Szejn and zywoo with everything to do. And again, a similar thing of not a lot to work with here. The two remaining CTs, that one going for a lobby crunch. In fact, going to catch one off guard, and on course got the bomb as well.
Well, it is going to be pretty tough for FURIA. 20 seconds left on the clock. They need to move quickly to recover the bomb. And Szejn, he's being pushed from multiple directions, and siuhy trying to creep up. Does take a little bit too long to get his first thing up against such a stable, solid team. Oh, right now the mollies are just killing off the CTs completely. Push towards ramp will clear up one area of the map. KSCERATO, however, needs to hold on towards the bomb and rotate it towards his allies. torzsi's up, gets rid of Art. And siuhy gets spotted by yuurih in the meantime. Ooh, he's playing a dangerous game there. Trying to delay it for as long as possible, but we have a 2 versus 2 on our hands. torzsi and xertioN versus VINI and KSCERATO. And torzsi's got the AWP in hand towards heaven. Needs to hit some absolutely divine flicks to get these players taken.
And, well, it's tough to say, but give up a round towards FURIA. 3-2. They take a lead now, the Brazilians, as on their T side, they're starting
to what is working in their favor, and that's just rifles all over the place. However, Szejn holds it down, burns in the molly. xertioN actually dies in the molly. They're constantly dying in these mollies on the CT side. torzsi catches a player. Bomb plant attempt. JDC doesn't have any to help him out right now. Does get rid of KSCERATO and drop. He just wants to get, or is actually trying to bait them in. 23 seconds left. Finds the first. There's torzsi to back up JDC. Yeah. They do manage to get clean rounds, but right now the steps being hurt by yuurih. Oh, that flash. Half a second later, and he would have been in a completely blinded situation before he spots his opponent out. With the push coming out. torzsi missing a crucial shot from close range. And right now, that is just mouz NXT getting decimated on towards that A bomb site. However, Szejn, last one standing, gets himself the triple kill. They don't check second vents. Blue waiting for anyone to peek into him, but KSCERATO hears the molly brim, but siuhy still finds the kill before he disengages. Drop even taken down. It's crumbling on the FURIA side. And it looks like mouz NXT got themselves a bit more control. torzsi, no AWP this time around, but there's two T's outside. Tries to head back, spots the gun barrel, and that's a nice catch onto yuurih, who is honestly the star performer on the FURIA side this entire series so far.
So in that sense, they're not going to be able to guarantee themselves a bye. It's literally just going to be VINI in that next round. So there's no need to go hunting. They themselves
Would be such a beautiful upset if mouz NXT get it done. torzsi somehow stays alive and gets the kill onto Art in that situation.
towards heaven. I'm not too sure they'll be aware of this. Trigger spin could be everything. One found, a second as well. yuurih, excellent. And he finds all three. The triple is sublime. And he's got information on the fourth. He knows exactly where torzsi is laid up. The HG's a beaut. Brings it back to a 2-on-3, but they're tapping away. yuurih is on a one-man tirade and looking to find all five, swinging forward. But JDC says no.
3 kills back to back to back, and single-handedly wins the round for FURIA after being a man down. That is some stellar
bits of damage.
There's going to be a quick push out towards the A site. Szejn dropping down below, but you're still staying alive. Almost lined them up in that situation, but the kills are coming all over the place. I have no idea what's going on. JDC 1v2 has to try and keep the enemies at bay, but he's going to disengage back towards main. He goes, and they hear all the steps coming through. This is a dangerous situation for them. They do manage to get the full plant in, but yuurih finds the one-way spots. Fair thing is reasonably nuts. Luckily enough, not as nuts as it used to be, but there's torzsi's op coming in, drops the bomb onto VINI, but doesn't even anticipate the fact that they might actually be inside Squeak. Luckily enough, siuhy does get back the advantage for the side of mouz NXT. And actually doubles up, dropping Art. It's all on to drop and KSCERATO.
The decision needs to be made. Tempo and a grinding hold, and swing coming in. KSCERATO finding one, but swinging forward. xertioN in for the trade. Molotov will keep him at bay, forcing him to swing wide, taking a whole host of damage, but it's easy pickings.
But it can also turn the other way in a bad situation right now. Rushing forward, torzsi gets the kill onto Art through the smoke, but in the end, it's just chaos. I have no idea what's happening in this round. Tell me, Neo, what's going on?
Who knows? It's the absolute massacre, but yuurih finding one more, leaving it out all down to torzsi. 1 versus 3, 48 points of health, and I think they have the sound cue of the tag as well. torzsi, I mean, this is a tough one. Smoking towards main, but I'm going to get planted as well, as he's just going to wait, holding down the position, trying to look for an entry in. And this is already looking like FURIA going to guarantee themselves a lead heading into that second half. 3 angles to clear, 3 people to find, and well, he starts off with the first. Swinging in, tag coming forward. No, not like this. Drop going to get tagged low. KSCERATO in close. He's going to find it through the vent. It's all down to KSCERATO, and torzsi living up to the huge name, the huge praise that he deserved. And he's going to take the bomb all the way. And he's going to find it. torzsi is a man.
Away, thinking, nah, he's never going to leave that bomb. Oh my god, that was beautiful. Right now, rushing towards the site though, VINI and yuurih holding on pretty expertly with the dualies in hand, and VINI gets himself 3 kills. I mean, he almost doubles his score.
Come through, now it does.
Oh, drop, just jumping through the smoke, but JDC waiting on the side. Oh yeah, that's a bit of a dangerous situation if you jump just past that AK. KSCERATO head back down towards fence, and Art with a nice catch, but the problem is he needs to retreat back towards the ramp position, and he's kind of stuck if he wants to make the cross happen. That smoke should give him an angle to retreat from, but a 4-on-4 ensues. They gotta be careful now. FURIA getting pushed in on towards that A bomb side, but yuurih again gets himself that trade for his team. The crucial trade. It should be a bomb plant coming in though for the side of mouz NXT, and the 3-on-3 retake will be imminent.
Yeah, bomb plants, post plants. Sort of set up here. yuurih though, ET pickings, finding one, taking that man advantage back, and of course now you need to be careful. JDC's holding it towards heaven. Got a decent angle, spotting one. but the surf could have caused him to fall away. It's all down to CSGO. He finds himself one, but Szejn just quite good pass. He doesn't want to overextend for the time being. If the crossfire is set up, the wait for contact, and not play off the back of that. The contact played, it's easy pick, he's dropped, finding himself one, damage onto a siuhy, and he makes it a second as well. It's all down to two now, and one by one they fall apart before torzsi takes it into his own hands.
torzsi still alive together with JDC, but never mind, JDC taken down. And I think he kind of pressed it. Nonetheless, let's see. mouz next, just a couple of pistols running towards ramp. Drop trying to rake in some cash, but now it's going to be Art's duty. However, speaking of which, Szejn gets himself 2 kills. That is a rush towards the B bomb site to get the easy plant in. They didn't really upgrade their weapons that well, but this is tough for FURIA to do because they need to make a 3 versus 4 retake happen, and they were never in a position of a quick retake. So that molly will flush out all these T's. They have to make a choice, either stand and fight to disengage, and they are going to go for the fight. And JDC gets himself to KSCERATO 1v3. Finds a quick first because he is the reload, but Szejn and digits.
Yeah, I don't blame him for bailing either. Keep on what he got, but he could be able to find himself. Oh,
Oh, there it is. yuurih getting himself a quick first, though. yuurih is every single time doing so much work. Drop with the deagle, dropping xertioN. And the weaker buy so far starts off banging. JDC, a little bit of an NA Molly situation coming through. Drop. Oh, such a quick tap to the face. And, well, mouz next. Looked like their eco was sublime, but right now that deagle from drop does them dirty.
Yeah. 1D made me physically sick, and KSCERATO will be on.
To be fair, most of their work comes down from yuurih having an absolutely exceptional performance, but that's the push quickly denied. Drop holding strong, but torzsi with his own AWP getting himself a double puts him still in an awkward position because he's in a 1v3 and wants to get that bomb plant in quickly before the CTs are heading in, but KSCERATO opens up the door, takes down torzsi, round secured, even picks up that secondary AWP.
mouz lost that round. It does mean they're now in a really tough spot. Getting a buy into sections is going to be sort of awkward where they can pick up AK's armor, but the series.
It's a bit of a forced up buy, but JDC starting it off, getting
Often.
They're going to try and get themselves to push forward. However, in secret, KSCERATO gets a kill, almost takes down siuhy as well. There's Art with the op chiming in, and right now this is a bit of a struggle, but that whiffed shot, close range, siuhy gets the trade. And a 3-on-3 ensues. Will they expect drop to be hiding all the way in CT spot?
Yeah, I don't think they'll expect this. KSCERATO finding torzsi is such an important kill. And with VINI closing out on Szejn, it leaves it all down to siuhy. 1 versus 3 to deny FURIA a 15th for 2 points of health. More or less seals the deal. 15 found. Side of xertioN only down to 62 points of health. yuurih going aggressive, causing issues, spotting a leg and finding a frag.
Yeah, of course, yuurih finding the first kill in the round. Push comes out towards ramp. Drop hiding behind the boxes. Will they clear it out is the big question. Not necessarily always being checked, and he finds himself a quick first. Gun retrieved, heading towards that B bomb site, but KSCERATO's already in control. Gets the bomb dropped as well. Art, quick reflexes to drop torzsi, and
To play with, bombs get planted, and Art spamming through, damage dealt, and he's going to clean it up. 16 to